An addict who exists on the street or who has lost everything is an addict who doesn't have the right in their own mind to live a greater life is not true. They know that they can live it. They know that they haven't been trying to live it. They know that they need to live it, but they can't leave the less right existence of addiction. But if you want to be someone who lives your life right, because addiction isn't something that you want to give a shit about, because addiction is something that you want to leave, then leave addiction, leave it behind, and say that it's not right for you to live that way anymore. Be right that you're saying, I don't want to be an addict anymore, because you do the things that say, I don't want to be an addict anymore. You're the addict who can change what you do in your life by simply stopping the use of drugs and by doing things that others see that don't have your existence in their lives, but love you, and they keep their distance from you, or they're afraid to have you within their sight, within their reach, or within their grasp, or in their hearts, because it hurts too much to love an addict who doesn't love themselves and who doesn't show love for them, because they love the drug, or they exist the life and love the life more of the addict life than they love the life that's right for others who live show to them and share with them when they accept them back into the fold, or back for a day, or just call them and tell them that they are loved by the way that they share how much they wish they weren't an addict, or share how much they wish their children say they wish they weren't an addict and that they want them back in their lives. And they suggest that they need to go to rehab, they need to go to detox, they need to change their ways, they need to change their life so that they can be back in their lives, because they reach to them. The loved one reaches to you, addict, and they want you in their life. And if you're that addict who has family that reaches to you and they want you in their life, because you're the one that they miss in your life, and they're the ones that want you into your life because they remember how much they loved you in their lives, then they're the ones who want you back once more, because when they reach to you, they're ready to reach for you. So you reach back and you tell them what it is that you can do to make them feel right about you being back into their right lives. They want to accept you back into the right that is their life. They want you to be right to be in their lives. And they want you to be right with you without being an addict. And know that the addict life is not the life that you deserve or you really, really want, despite how strong the pull of the drugs are to take you back again and again. And if you hurt them and they love you forever, is true. They can't hate you because they love you so much. Because if you're the addict who dies, and they're the ones who don't get to see you before you die, because you're the one that just didn't stop using, you'll be in their hearts forever, but their hearts will have a broken piece, a part that you occupied and that you left broken when you died, the addict who overdosed. And if you kill yourself because you're frustrated or just hate your existence, or just cannot stand the weight of how depressed you are within it, or how much you just can't handle the reality that you feel is real, that you are a worthless life because nobody cares about you, nobody shares the good that you remember you are, and nobody remembers the good you were to them in their right lives. You're the addict who can have joy, the addict who can be right to be in their lives, because joy is what you bring to them. And when joy is what some might say is a benchmark that says life is worth living because this is how I live it, others might say that joy is a temporary state that can't be upheld, that can't keep going, because joy isn't a natural state for us to exist, because the world isn't a beautiful place. The world is hard. The world is mean. The world is an ugly place. And the ugly that it is, that they say it is an ugly place for you to not exist unless you're wrong and you're the addict who's active still and still making bad choices, existing in that muck of old life that is the old addict life, still the current addict life. And if you're the addict who loves your life but doesn't know how much you love your life, then you're the addict who can say to yourself, I want to be free of addiction. I want to love my life more. I want to try harder to be an addict who doesn't have addiction in their lives because they don't want it for their loved ones anymore. To give them the pain or give them the suffering, whatever it might be that they give them, that isn't the right way to give to them because they don't give them the love of them loving themselves and in turn loving them better and more because they show up for the things that addicts miss. You miss birthdays and you miss Christmases and you miss school events if you have children. And you miss chances to meet with those that love you when they arrange a meet with you, a lunch, a dinner, a coffee, or just to check on you. And they say they'll meet you somewhere and they go and you don't show. They don't think that you're inconsiderate. No, they do. They don't think that you're disrespectful of their time by not showing up because you are. But when you're the addict who wants to be free of your addict life, you can tell yourself that you need to be free because you need to know what it's like to be free because freedom is what you get when you give up drugs. You get to be free and you get to love yourself better because there aren't the drugs there to tell you that they're what you want anymore. They're the ones who tell you, the drugs tell you that you have to feed the need that drugs give you, which is to feed the high that drugs want you to have and give you. If you want to share your life with other people, that's right. And the right you have to share that right life is the right way by saying that you're no longer going to be the wrong addict who doesn't give up addiction because the right addict is the right addict no more, who goes to detox, goes to sober living, finds a safe place to live after rehab and says to the family, I have a plan and the plan is coming to fruition or the plan is beginning because once you speak out loud those things that you want because they're not things that they hear very often, then it's for sure that you're the one who's going to be heard. When you have real things in your life that are happening that you choose to happen because you arranged for someone else to know that you desire to go to detox, and when they know that someone else knows it's real, they share with someone else the same dream of you being sober, by you being the one that says they want to go to detox, and then you do the things to make sure you go to detox, and they share that with the loved one who doesn't believe you. You have an advocate on your side. You have someone cheering for you and advocating for you and backing you up and having your back and helping you without you even maybe realizing that they're the ones maybe pushing the family to look at the way they look at you once more. Because if you have someone who loves you and cares about you and doesn't give up on you and isn't family, but they just keep coming back and they keep trying to be in your life and they stay in your life because you let them, they're the ones who don't give up on you. And when family needs to see how much you're worth not being given up on, that person can be the one that shows them what it looks like when someone who has never ever been a part of their lives may be someone who shares how much they value the one that they love, and they cheer for them and they believe in them and they keep trying no matter what to help them when they want the help that helps them to be sober when that time comes. They're the ones who are there. They're the ones who try to be there. They're the ones who don't skip out on it. They're the ones who commit to helping them even greater when they hear that the addict who they love is the addict that needs the family love and that the addict wants the family love. And that person can share with the family how believable it is because they believe it and because they know what the plan is, because you express the plan, because you know a plan. And now two sides know a plan and the sides work together in unity by encouraging you, believing you, and making you feel like now there's hope because they want to believe in you, because they want you to be more in their lives. They want you to come for a visit, maybe before detox. They want to see you before you go into rehab because they won't see you for 30 days or 90 days, whatever, how long you stay. And when you get that visit, you know it's real, that they want you back. And then you go to rehab and they get to hear from you when you call them, and they get to hear the difference, and they know it's real because they know where you are, because you're in rehab and you're in a safe place where the place is meant to help you, meant to be the help that you need, because you're the one who walked through the doors, and they believe you more that you're serious about being sober. They're serious about you once more being in their lives, because they know that when you get out, there's going to be a difference in you that they know is a difference you try, and the difference you try is a difference they need to see, so that they know that it's real, that you're the one who's real about living a real good life. And with that I say, thank God for being in my life, God, and for showing me the way through your Son, Jesus Christ. I do this for you. I do this for you, to expand your kingdom in heaven. In your name, all glory to you, God Almighty. Amen.